hello, internet. Okay, well, steal my job. Do it.
Yeah, alright. Hi, and welcome to Tangent Talk. We're the normal video host we have here, Michael. Say hello, Michael, as I'm stealing your job.
Yay.
Your amazing co-host, Jalen, over here, speaking really loudly, trying to make sure that he's not dying of anxiety. And today we have 3 guests.
Because numbers.
Because numbers always matter. I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Ariel! How you doing? The silence speaks volumes. Next, Ballinger. Miss Thomas. How's it going?
Goes.
It goes. Perfect answer. Lynn, while you're not talking to people at ILT, how is it going?
What?
How goes it?
It goes, and it goes until it falls off a cliff.
But then it glides because it has experienced
No.
this before and bought a wingsuit because it was prepared.
No, it just is a straight plummet down straight to bedrock.
But the Bedrock is actually the name of the mattress company, so it falls right onto the soft.
Yeah,
Buy your
but
Bedrock suit today, even though we're not technically sponsored and Bedrock does not exist.
you mean not sponsored yet.
Not
But
sponsored.
Bedrock still doesn't exist.
Someday, one of these days, the podcast will be brought to you by something other than my technological issues.
See, but Michael, even if the podcast was broadcasted, would you feel the same not being able to work on it,
Well,
having other people work?
No,
Like,
I said
wouldn't it
someday
just come
it'll be brought by something other than technological issues. It'll just go off without a hitch. You know, some days you just have your encoder go, you know what? Screw your stream key. I want a new one. And you go, what? Wait. What did you say to me? And then you die.
Before Michael knows it, he will be a part of Skynet, because Skynet will attack Michael first.
I mean,
Oh.
speaking
Well,
of
that's probably
attacks,
what's gonna
Ubisoft decided to assault my person. So
What do you mean?
as I'm assuming no one actually saw, this morning around 9, I did a challenge to see how many kills in Siege I could get in an hour. Turns out, the entire system worked against me. I got team killed, exploded by C4. Like, literally the second I get in the game, my teammate looks at me, throws C4 at my feet, goes, whoops, and then blows me up. I got spawn peeked, 5 rounds in a row. And then, halfway through the stream, what happened was, I would get into a game, and the second the game loaded, literally, it just rejected me. There was no error code, it just shat me back out into the lobby. And was just like,
man.
oh, do you want to queue for a game? And I was like, yeah? What happened to the last one? It was like, don't worry about it. So I had to restart the entire game during that stream.
Sounds like your Siege experience is very different from my Siege experience.
What was your Siege experience?
What an
Silence.
amazing experience.
Well, you're right. That does sound a lot better than getting blown up by your teammates.
Yeah.
1000% of the time.
This is old news, but Miss Thomas, you're a teacher. What are your thoughts on them trying to give teachers guns?
You have to ask. That would be dumb.
Yes,
That would be quite dumb.
What? You don't want to threaten people to push in their chairs with a gun?
now
I really don't.
If he was a footer than me, she'd just be like, what I... She shoots a couple rounds into the ceiling. What I tell y'all about not putting your laptops up? Tired of playing these games. Put them
That
up.
is a bad idea for so many reasons.
So, Yeah.
really address the issue. Because I think what people really want to do is when there's another school shooting, they want to have somebody else to blame other than Congress, other than the police, other than whatever. They're like, well, the teachers should be martyrs and they should jump in front of bullets for students who, claim on the day in and day out that the teacher doesn't like them. So, I mean, I'm like, y'all already think I don't like you. What makes you think I'm going to jump in front of a bullet for you?
Or they really want to push it on a teacher, so that way they could go, if it's a really honored student, they'll say instead of throwing the student under the bus, if the student were to kill a teacher, they'd take the teacher's gun, fire off a couple rounds, make the student look like they're dead. Then it's like, oh, no, see, look, teacher has a couple of bullets missing from the magazine. They shot
A
first.
real concern
Therefore-
with that is like, so you want to arm me. One of the, like, first off, I don't know what I'm like with the gun, but I'm pretty sure it's very skittish and shaky. And when something, Hospe Shalom pops off, you want SWAT to run in there with my black behind with the gun in my hand, is what you're saying.
I mean, I would say it's more hilarious that they'd rather give you a gun rather than a raid, like more money to do your job.
No. Like,
Well,
we
I
don't
mean,
even
that
have a
means-
color printer. Like, y'all, we don't have a color printer. Well,
Can
actually,
we
we
get some
just got one.
magenta shot? Can we get some
just got one.
CMYK?
You know what? You know what's a great idea? Let's take all of the guns out of the local police lockups that we took off of murderers and just give them to your algebra teacher. I told you it was 90 degrees.
Actually, that sounds like something my old algebra teacher would do. Let's not
Michael, I
go
feel
through
like
that.
if we did that to like Mr. Wagner, he'd be like, "So you want to learn physics? Learn this," and then he just starts ricocheting bullets.
I
course
got
not.
investigated because some students didn't like that I gave them an essay, and you want to give me a gun? What?
Force equals mass times acceleration. This bitch. Pew pew pew. Bit bit
If I
bit.
shoot this bullet at this angle, how long will it take to end up in someone's head?
How long will it take? If I point this gun
Let's find out.
exactly 46 degrees and towards the corner, how many seconds will it take before it hits Evelyn in her head? Wait, what do you mean, Evelyn? Did anyone count? 3 seconds. You get an A. For everyone else, you all failed.
So
Good thing I
today
really
in today's statistics class, if 60% of the space inside this classroom is made up of students, and I fire off rounds randomly from my Glock, what are the chances of hitting one of you in the head?
Oh, better question. Little Johnny forgot his homework for the 5th time. If little Johnny spent 1 week in Eagle Academy and the teacher has had it up to here and has not gotten paid, how long does it take for his teacher to pop him one in the head?
3 seconds.
I mean, then you wouldn't have to worry about people running in gym class. Run faster! Bip 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 bip.
Michael,
Fear is
you
a
would.
fear
Michael,
is a very good motivator for running.
Bold of
No,
me to assume I'd
Michael.
still run if there was a gun pointed at my head.
if there was a gun pointed towards the ceiling, you would have heard me monologue. Hi, I'm Jalen Simmons, and I'm the fastest man alive.
And I thought I failed the 10 kill challenge, but these statistics say otherwise. But I only played 5 games in that stream, so I don't know. At this point, whether or not it was a failure or I actually did it is a coin toss at this point. So I'm gonna go get a coin to decide whether or not I'm a failure or I succeeded in my mission.
Roll a D2.
No, I'm gonna do a legit coin because I'm
Okay,
legit
fine.
like
I'm
that.
sorry Maurice hates you.
Yeah, I don't trust his bitch ass. I mean, what?
No one likes Maurice. Even I look at Maurice, I'm like, you are truly the chaotic neutral of this group.
So I'm taking out my signature AFA Air Force Association Cyber Patriot 9 coin that I got for
Oh,
being
wow.
like the only person in Cyber Patriot, and I'm gonna flip it. Head says that I'm a
Thanks.
failure. Tail says that I succeeded in my mission. So
Flip it good.
heads,
Oh.
I'm a failure. You heard it here, folks.
They also
The mess
busted
up-
my eardrum, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
The messed up part about that is, Michael, the tail side is well, the head. No, it's the head side. the head side is heavier than the tail side on quarters now. So it's not a 50-50 chance. It's more of a 60-40 chance of you getting tails. So
One
the odds were
problem.
not in your favor.
This ain't a quarter though.
Which one is it?
I'm gonna send a picture of the fancy ass coin.
What?
Yeah, it's hard to believe a peasant like myself has anything fancy, but
But
so I tried to ask this last time, but stream didn't really answer me, and now we have more people. So Miss Thomas, what was your favorite part of E3 if you paid any attention to it?
I didn't pay any attention to it. I don't even know when E3 is. If I did,
It was yesterday.
it was
Yeah.
this weekend.
Quick rundown is we're getting a Star Wars game where you get to play as a Jedi. Fallout 76 is getting more DLC. Cyberpunk 2077 has Keanu Reeves now.
Yay.
Yes.
The memes are amazing.
We saw more Pokemons
You're-
for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Only
Let's see, what else? Rainbow
Destroy
Six
All
Siege
Humans,
is getting a new game. Not Siege, it's called Quarantine. It's a PvE zombie shooter.
Xbox One stuff.
Oh yeah,
another Xbox.
Watch Dogs 3 is coming out, and you get to play as a lot of
You
different
can
people.
play as a grandma.
An assassin grandma.
What?
Is she
Badass.
Russian?
No, she's a Brit. She's a, oh, you posh little bitch kind of woman.
But she's
Oh, so
like a
basically
badass.
she's the woman who was the head of the agency in, what is that, James Bond.
Or the woman who was head of the agency in Hitman 47?
I don't
Or
know.
the woman
That
that
too.
was head of
Pretty
the
much just-
agency. You know what? They have a lot of British women that lead spy agencies.
I don't
What is it
know.
with British women?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's because British
Why not
women are
Scottish
like
women?
kind of sketchy.
That's fair. I mean, Queen Elizabeth low-key could have been hiding so many different tactical weapons underneath that dress.
Yeah,
Just-
that coin. The level of
Bold of you
fans.
to assume she isn't.
I mean, yeah. It's like, turns out in her spare time, Margaret Thatcher was a Golden Gloves champion.
Queen Victoria pulled out 2 boxing gloves.
No, I said Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, I know. But I'm just imagining Queen Victoria pulling out 2 boxing gloves and just starts hopping in place, throwing jabs like, "Oh, come on, you little crumpet. I'm gonna break your spine."
But yeah, that level of fans on a coin. I don't think it doesn't count as a quarter. I probably could have flipped my $50 too, but it's too late. We've already decided that I'm a failure. This is what I mean by fate doesn't like me.
Michael, fate's a bitch.
Oh, damn straight. But 100% of the cast right now is in an anime club, so I figured we might as well talk about anime so people actually seem to know things. I know, scary thought. People knowing things is new and different. I mean, look at
The
our
government won't like that.
Hey,
To the NSA agent watching this, I don't really care.
no, you're actually bold to assume anyone's watching this. You see, this show is so unpopular that not even NSA's watching it, so we could say whatever we want. Also, yes, Jacob, I also killed a teammate during that challenge. It's not my fault he walked in front of me. You can go back and watch the tape, literally. But yes, the very original, I want to say it's by the creators of Soul Eater. The Fire Force is coming out this summer.
Oh, bet.
I read
I've
that.
been so excited.
I've read like 9 volumes of that manga.
And also, apparently, unbeknownst to me, there was a esports anime that exists, so King's Avatar is also getting a second season.
Nice. I don't know what that is.
Neat.
Oh, it's the esports anime you just mentioned. Oh.
Yeah, funny how that works, where you talk about things and it's the same thing. Also, Don Machi is getting a second season, so yay, more
Gee, I've seen that. What was it about?
isekai about
Oh!
gangs.
Oh yeah! No, I remember now.
Has anybody watched Isekai Quartet?
Nope.
Yes.
I've watched like 3 episodes.
It is so funny.
I feel like this is their excuse for not giving us more Overlord and Konosuba, which
Yeah.
And
normally
Jojo
I'd be-
Senki.
I'm
Although
kind of
they did get
okay
a
without ReZero because ReZero started the whole best girl debate, and I'm not into that right
Obviously,
now.
bro.
No, it's not. It's not Rem. Rem's a
It is.
bitch. Get over yourself. You and your blue-haired bimbos do not entice me.
Okay, so I hereby declare that debate is now forbidden on this
Yay!
channel.
Fine.
But we
Um,
already know who the best girl of all anime is. Marco from Attack on Titan. Best girl. Didn't even need to do anything to become best girl in their own respective show.
Damn it, Jalen! I just outlawed it, and you failed me.
I know you just outlawed it, but you know what? I have already been deemed a criminal by one society. I'll be deemed by another.
Okay, so now apparently this counts as a society.
We live in a society.
A society of people who like getting off topic.
It's
Well,
why we don't have a form of government.
I'm gonna fill this brown paper bag with ice because I just kicked some of my toe off.
What?
I've been working out over the summer in an attempt to not only lose weight but better myself. So I've been
How
doing some
exactly? But how exactly does one take off their whole toe?
Well, you
not
see,
their whole.
it all started when he started trying to kick chef knives. In order
No, it
to,
all started when I tried to extend how far my leg can go above my head by kicking water balls off progressively higher things. And I
Oh my
kicked it
gosh.
and I kicked
That-
it into a metal door frame while I was on call right here, and I just did like the quietest because internally I can't go any louder. So externally, all I could do was so I wouldn't destroy anyone's eardrums because no matter how in pain I am, I must still stay considerate.
Thank you for being considerate.
Thank you
No
for being
problem.
considerate, but are you okay?
No, can't move it. I think it might have been broken.
you fool.
Now
Wow.
now imagine it's 3 octaves higher and 15 seconds longer. That's how it's going on the mic. That's smart. Wait, I'm feeling is returning to it. Nope, that's blood. Okay.
Wow. So we're
So-
listening to someone slowly die.
So, well, I guess
I'm okay with this.
10,000 likes, so Jalen won't die on stream.
so while the co-host, I guess, goes to find a healer or someone playing support or something, or maybe a doc to stim pistol him or something.
Highly unlikely.
Very highly unlikely, however, I'd like to point out that today's stream is actually brought to you by someone. Robert Econ and Vint Kerf, the inventors of the internet.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Michael,
Well,
What is pinging?
you have to know us and like us.
I don't care. They inadvertently brought this upon the world. It's not our fault.
You're right. Mm. Wow, He's been
Well,
hunk of bone and flesh.
I mean, on the positive side of this, you can at least say that, you know, you can be the world's best never have I ever player, because you could just be like, never have I ever kicked part of my toe off. Or two truths, one lie, the truth being that you kicked part of your toe off. No one
See,
would
but I
think
can't play
that's...
that game with you guys.
Well, yeah, but the 5 people here and the 2 people watching this, you know, probably will never have a chance to play Never Have I Ever with you, so I'm sure it's fine.
Fair enough. Oh, Michael, did you see this amazing image? Oh, wait, no. Ariel. I'll say it to Ariel because Michael hasn't watched it. Ariel, they made Jonathan, Speedwagon, and the original Zeppeli in place
Right.
of the torture dance.
But now?
I need to show you this beauty. And I will put it on in stream because
Well, it's not like I'm going to show it to them in stream.
oh god.
Because I'm guessing Jacob Catalan doesn't watch JoJo's, and the one other person watching this.
Speaking of JoJo's,
Oh right, Miss Thomas was watching JoJo, but like got somewhat disinterested around part 2. Understandable. Stroheim mad.
I is interested. I would just say that I had to enter grades, and it just became easier to do it over the summer.
So what part of it are you on?
I haven't picked it back up yet. I was taking care of other things on my watch list.
But what part are you on?
She's on
90s.
part 4.
Ah. I didn't remember. I don't even remember
Also,
what I had for
you
dinner a
saying the
week ago.
90s also will not help because like there are about 2 different parts that are in the 90s.
First part.
running in the 90s.
The obligatory musical reference.
A question
It's-
for you. Just one thing from any anime or Ghibli film. What's the one thing you would eat?
Food.
The one thing I would take
Eat. I heard eat.
was that the question?
You could eat just one thing that you've seen in an anime or a Ghibli film. I gotta be specific. Dish specifically. Oh, smart.
Dang. I was about to say that food from
I
Spirited Away
kind of
that
want to
thing
try
that
the
comes from food.
the strawberry cake over it that no appears at the Christmas special.
Oh. I don't know. I don't like cake.
Filet mignon.
I mean, I kind of just want to say
Yeah.
the wedding cake from One Piece, because that cake was so good that it made a pirate woman see Jesus. Or Yahweh,
Yeah.
depending upon who
No.
you ask. So,
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, this woman was dying. Like
Of
she was
starvation.
normal. She normally looked like she was over 300 pounds. This woman was shrinking, so she looked like she was barely over 90. And that's the level of low blood sugar intake that she needs drastically. She takes one bite of this cake. Not only does she go from 90 back to 360 pounds, but she sees Jesus, and she kind of passes out like this is Shogeki no Soma, except where she keeps all her clothes on because she's in her 60s, and One Piece has clothes to an extent.
like, this made her see Yahweh, and I kind of want to try it now.
I don't, because she
Whoa.
was super strong, and she almost died from just the taste alone, and
I
I'm
mean-
not super strong.
I'd probably die from it, either the pure diabetes of it all, or like lack of willpower. But it would be an interesting 5 seconds of this is what tastes like, and then death.
That's
I
a
would
good point.
imagine, like, after I eat it, I would be greeted by that 4-panel death meme. It's like, it's time for you to go.
You could always wait
Was
to
it-
eat it if you're on your deathbed, Michael. Like, you're gonna die anyway. Go out and win the glory.
It has the
Expedite the
reverse.
process.
It has the reserve. It has the reverse effect and just gives me life.
I'll work.
I mean, I don't know. It'd probably be something from One Piece. Like when One Piece ends, the last thing Sanji ever cooks when he becomes the world's greatest chef. That.
Well, actually, Michael, I think I know when One Piece might end.
When it's over.
No. 2024.
When?
2024. I'm calling it. If not 2024,
Probably.
2023. I'm calling it.
I like how I don't know if they were official, but I saw some like trailers for the Wano arc, and it's just Zoro walking around surrounded by cherry blossoms, grinning.
No, that's official.
I know, but it's just hilarious with the he's just walking around grinning because it's like my thing is I fight anyone who's got a sword. That bitch got a sword. That bitch got a sword. That one over there. Those three on the tower. Those over there. I could fight this entire nation and win. Well, most of the nation.
Also, I found One Piece friends at college, so I know where I'm gonna be somewhat
Alright.
accepted. This is part 3 of Jalen secretly trying to get Michael to come to college.
And I don't think it's gonna happen, dude.
It might if I use time. And
Time is
slight-
relative.
You know what, Lynn? Height is relative.
I
Dang.
But no matter what relativity it is, you're still short.
I know.
That was an assault. That was like Ubisoft versus me this morning. That
No,
was
I'm
a
just like, you know,
fight.
I'm tired of this bullshit. No, height is relative. No matter what.
That was a fight I was not ready to have started. I'm here to start fights, but like,
Bold of you to assume that I actually care about that anymore.
Bold of you to assume that I haven't done it so much to the point of where it's not even a joke at this point and more of a, I have to say it because that's how I greet you now.
well,
Like-
yeah, but I'm just waiting for the one time the short jokes go too far and Lynn snaps, and then my last words before she turns to me to kill me and whoever made the short joke was, "Don't get short with me."
And
And
the
then I
second
can,
thing here is, don't mess with her. She has a short temper. Snaps. Don't get short with me.
and then I'm going to like die laughing maniacally.
Here's the thing, though. If I ever
I'll
snap
record
enough,
Michael's death. I got you, Michael. Who will know it's
If
Lynn?
you're
y'all
gonna
ever-
die.
if y'all ever anger me enough to where I am at the point of snapping, you will know because I'll just disappear for a hot 5 minutes and then reappear and you'll be dead.
So that.
Promise?
So we just found out Lynn has a death note. Like, that's the only logical way that I could make sense of that situation. Lynn has a death note.
That's a little worrisome. Just, just a little.
Especially...
No. Actually,
It was
I think
like
it's more
a thing.
comforting.
It's a death note, and it was like a sketchbook that gave people life.
Wait,
No,
what?
no. If Lynn has a death note,
Sketchbook.
and she has not
That
used
gave
it on
people
us
life.
once, it means that we're doing something right. And yes, Miss Thomas, I do think that there should have been a life note, and Elle should have had it just to fuck with life.
That would have been
Every
funny.
time you write someone's death, I bring them back to life. We could do this all day.
Catches, you actually have to be pretty good at drawing them.
He has
Quick!
to see their face.
I mean, after Elle dies, he just locks it in a time safe. He's like, open this in 30 years when they have computer-aided drafting.
But no, Jalen, you have a. If I did have a death and I haven't used it yet, you are doing something right.
That or she just is indecisive over who would be the first to go.
Yeah, it'd
Boy, you
probably
write down
it'd
all of her
probably be
names.
that.
She would write down all of her names in one hot fury.
I would, because I can write really fast.
Well, yeah, but the problem with, like, the thing with the Death Note is, you could always just write one name and be like, so, Wackhands McGee is a murderer, and I want him to die, but before, in my Death Note, I'm just gonna write Wackhands McGee, think of his face, and go, he goes on a 10-year crusade to kill all the murderers in the country, and then in the world, and then finally when his work is complete and everyone's scared to murder anyone because they know Wackhands McGee's gonna shove them into a blender, he kills himself.
Or,
And then just for 10 years, you're not the one killing people, it's Wackhands and McGee who's getting his hands bloody.
I was gonna say something like, Michael, what if you just wrote down the first name, you didn't write down the last name, and it's almost like a serial killer, everyone with that first name died. So they think there's a serial killer on the loose, like, that's going after everyone with that first name, so they won't suspect you.
Oh god, they're killing everyone with the last name of Timothy. Quick, everyone who's got that last name, get off the case. Sir, they're already dead. What? They've already gotten to us.
Do you know? But see, that would cause the max amount of panic that no one would try to look for you. Everybody would just be afraid of their last name and trying to change it, not knowing who's next.
And then someone would be about to die, goes, but my name's Timothy with a U. What?
Timothy.
Like, does the spelling matter? What if you didn't know how to spell someone's name? It was just like you were trying to kill someone, like, I don't know, named Leia, but you didn't know whether it was like a
Why would you use her name?
E-A-H-I? Because I know it's very hard to spell.
Very true. No,
And then it's
Michael, I would purposely name my son John, but I would spell it Jaghn.
Turns out there's a silent ing on it. You'll never be able to kill me with the Death Note.
His name is Johnny, but no one knows.
No, give the kid a French name. They literally use only one letter.
They either use one letter or all of them.
If you write down every single vowel, does that mean that anyone with the vowel in their name will die?
Also, I now want to write, like, just as a complete joke, like, 2-issue manga that's just, like, so someone has, like, released Death Notes all over the world, but the only way you could kill people is if you can pronounce their name. Filipinos just become, like, immune to everything.
Immune to everything. Michael, no one can...
I'd be
No
immortal.
one seems to be able to figure out how to spell your... how to pronounce your last name.
I'd be freaking immortal. They'd be like, die, Michael, you lagging. I'd be like, you fool.
It's
Michael
so-
Ilama. Remember when that happened, Michael?
Don't
Might
remind
be
me.
good to other languages. Like if someone
The fact
has
that there is not a common language will always get on my nerves.
Chinese people.
Why is it common real? Come on, D&D. You give me this false sense of reality that everyone can speak the same language, and then they don't.
I mean, we just need to get everybody a shield so that the shield can just, you know, translate for them.
Come on, Google. You're supposed to be the next common. Everyone can speak Google.
Except for all the puny iPhone users. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Look at me with my $999 computer stand.
Well, you know what's hilarious? Technically, if someone also EMPs it, it's just a $999 paperweight.
Yeah.
You know that it's time to reset, like, Horizon Zero Dawn reset all of society when Apple actually comes out with a literal paperweight. What does it do? Nothing. It's
You
just a
know,
weight.
The whole Apple is now making a swipe keyboard, and like
All of the Android users are like, baka!
no, and I'm like,
Remember
wait,
that
what the
time-
fuck? No, you stay in your lane. That was the one thing I had. Well, that and the fact that my phone is infinitely cheaper and doesn't break as easily.
And also,
And
you can
activity
you can
control.
type and charge. You can charge and listen to music through headphones at the same time. And also the people
Remember that
who
time
make your
iPhone?
the people who make your phone don't hate software makers who make software for your phone.
Also,
Remember that
they
time
don't
people
hate their own
genuinely-
music.
What?
Remember
Continue.
that time people Anyone remember that time people genuinely believed that putting your iPhone in the microwave would charge it?
What?
That was a thing.
That was
Yes.
a time.
Because
Define people.
when iOS 7 came out, people on 4chan started trolling saying that if you put your phone in the microwave on high and like microwave it, the iPhone can't adapt to like pick up the microwaves and convert it into energy, and people genuinely believe this.
This is what I call. This is
I
why I
would-
say natural selection is a thing that's taking place.
That is the best thing I've ever heard.
That's everything I wanted to troll people with, but now we're doing slightly less dumb. And by slightly, I mean slight.
And then before that, when iOS 6 came out, people thought that if your phone had the iOS update, it became waterproof.
What?
Not that the new phone was waterproof, that the iOS 6 made your phone waterproof.
You see, the funny thing is with OS is it's a software, and the funny thing about software is it's software because it doesn't physically exist. So how does something that doesn't physically exist become waterproof?
You,
People
you were in a
are like,
computer class. You were in my computer class. Is that the question that shocks you?
No. That's the question that shocks
Yeah.
me because I know that I'm not saying that I'm surprised that people are dumb enough to ask these questions. I'm just like, but why though?
Is it
Like,
weird that
the-
I can't shoot at one time my
on
mouth, so
Android
it's just real
phones?
loud. I can't shoot.
Well,
Michael.
Perplexity's getting mugged.
Oh no. Now Link can handle herself.
Really? You think I was getting mugged?
No,
You
that's
have-
why I just said not to handle herself. She's fine.
When I say mugged, I mean the verb act of using a mug, not being kidnapped for money. Or being held
No,
at
that's
gunpoint.
ransom.
Bold of you. Like,
Okay, being
Michael,
held at gun or
bold of
knife
you
point.
thinking she has money.
You're right,
That's
they and
fine.
ILT, they probably broke as
That's
hell.
off the floor.
Speaking of ILT, fourth period is currently over. Like, my mind still has been on that entire period schedule for the past 6 years, and now I'm just like, it's 2:37. Fourth period is now over. You now have 4 minutes to get to your next class, and then wait another hour and a half, and then leave. No, not learn for an hour and a half. Wait for an hour and a half.
Well,
By all
then,
means,
you
no
better-
fifth period class is good learning.
well, then you better get running.
I'm
a
already.
walk.
I will walk 4 people to class, walk back to my class, and still have 30 seconds.
I will boldly roll.
Miss Thomas, you were right. I barely talk to my high school friends now. Or at least my senior high school friends. Michael kind of just won't leave me alone.
Damn straight. Do you think you could escape by going to a different school? Fool!
Yeah.
That's not how this shit works.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna be stuck with all of you forever, aren't I?
No, not forever.
I wouldn't say all of us, but some of us.
Lynn gives me the hope that no one else ever does. If I ever feel like, wow, no one's gonna get this, Lynn gets it first, and then laughs quietly to herself.
Except for when you're making Avatar: The Last Airbender jokes in D&D.
If I'm making Atla jokes, I know Michael will get it, because I made one almost last week, and it was the hot leaf juice. And Michael got it instantly.
Michael,
Oh, no, I understood that joke. I just didn't do anything.
you see,
Like, oh.
Lynn might get stuff and chuckle to herself, but Michael immediately goes, "Aha! I too know of references."
Michael, you keep blowing my eardrums out.
I moved the mic into a different state. I'm trying, okay?
You moved it to a different state? Wait, are you on the Texlahoma border?
No,
or the Texarkana border,
you see, the
or
mic
the
was
Arizona border.
no. You
or
see,
the-
the mic was solid. Now it's a liquid.
Huh.
So
Different
will we
state
call
of
you-
matter.
So what we call
Everything
you,
suddenly
Liquid
makes
Michael?
sense.
The mic was solid. Now he's liquid. Liquid Michael?
No, liquid snake. I mean, what?
You're not funny.
Damn straight I am. Also, I feel like I want to give Miss Thomas the chance to do a Salt Train rant about graphic design class.
Why?
One of them asked me how to make a circle. And it wasn't the first week.
Oh.
We were 6 weeks in.
I remembered that.
That was dumb.
We were very mad.
That was a dumb idea.
How do you make a circle? And we're 6 weeks in. I don't know. Yeah, see, you get two things, you put them together so that they make a V, and then you put one on the table, both of them on the table, and you turn it where the other one's an axis. Boom, you got a circle.
You know,
I don't
one
know about
day
stuff,
the
Kate.
district will heed my request that we need beginner and advanced classes so that I can go a little bit slower for those kids, which I won't do it until they tell me that I'm going too fast, because you know how that works.
Yeah, because, you know, there should be people who get beginner computer classes, because there's people who look at our i7 GTX 1030 laptops and go, yeah, these are shitty phones with keyboards. And I go, you fool.
You know, it's weird considering how much information a lot of kids, got over the years, especially since, it wasn't very easy. I feel like maybe I wouldn't say getting chewed out, but I was getting told, I got to work on planning things a little bit better. And I was like, yeah, I do. It's a lot easier to plan things when your equipment is there the first day of school. But,
Oof, shade.
You cannot just like
What do you
not
think
be
of-
passive aggressive, can you?
What do you think Assault Train Rant is? Assault Train Rant is literally the freaking entire Shadow Realm from all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I should start using my username on this on here. But we're in the class. It was the following class period after third period, Jordan and James class. And you know how we did the thing where I had everybody ask questions to another person in class or to me or just a question in general?
Yeah.
Somebody with really early handwriting, and this will probably stick with me for the rest of my life, said, "How come you don't teach?"
Damn.
Confused by the question. Did you already come in here knowing how to use Photoshop? I was like, and I was really about to go in, and I was like, you know what? I have to be the bigger person because
And
I
save
would've-
this for a podcast rant that no one's watching.
No, but it was just like it's more like just think about. It's a learning experience for all of us, because I was just like, wow, that's a really selfish thing to say, and it kind of made me do my own reflection of how I've been talking to people or my own perspective on other people. But I was just like, here at the beginning of the year, not knowing anything about computers, period. Like, save a document.
Miss,
You didn't even know what a document was.
miss, how do I turn it on?
Miss,
No.
because I won't use your last name because that's unimportant. As long as you know I'm saying Miss, it's okay. Miss. That
I
That
Also,
hurt.
literally thought it's literally to the point where it's so different for me, and I'm like, we're only a couple of years different, so I didn't think there would be a lot of difference. But I grew up really having to and I'm like, how do you even use your cell phone, not knowing anything about it? It's just this little magic box in your hand. Like, you don't even know how it works.
huzzah! I have stopped the bleeding.
yay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What's your health bar at?
78. Not doing so hot. Felt a little dizzy for a second.
Do you have potions? Items?
I do have the potions. I also have
Maxi
turkey
elixir.
leg. Turkey leg that heals me by 22 points and gives me temporary HP.
Oh
Huh.
boy. Overboost is always the best.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
like, I just
Then I can
realized.
go-
Go for it.
then I can go for a run and hopefully not F it all.
I thought I was joking when I said, how do I turn it on? But I wasn't. There have been several cases of people being so used to the Chromebooks, like turning on the second you open them, that they forgot that the PCs have power buttons and that sometimes you actually need to press them. And and they just sat there going, Michael, it's broken. And I was like, well, what happened? She's like, I opened it and it didn't turn on. I just reached over, pressed the little circle in the top right hand corner, and funny enough, it popped to life. It lit up, and it was like, huh? Funny how that works, huh?
No,
You said,
Michael.
like, it's a choice for some people to be, dumb. And
but not us.
the worst thing is like when I got that question, I remember I was like, maybe you weren't listening again when I said near the end of the year there's going to be less instruction, and it's going to be more you showing me that you can do the things that I taught you throughout the year. But paying attention or listening throughout the year, then I guess it would make sense why you would ask that question. Yeah. It was an interesting year. For the most part, most people in the course improved a lot. They got a lot better at it. They did not know before, so it was just frustrating getting to the success at times.
Also, yeah, next year I signed up for let's see, the good old-fashioned things of principles of information technology, so that should be interesting.
What?
All right. Nah, you're right, Michael. Let's change the subject. So, Dish is a terrible streaming service. And honestly, I feel like most cable services need to either go down in anarchy and build themselves back up again. And how the fuck did I catch a mosquito tail stuck in the blood? That was weird. I was just like moving my hand across my neck and I felt the mosquito. I'm just like, nope, 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 you died. Nope. Okay.
Did you know that their mouths are like, they break apart into 3 sections and they have a saw-like tongue?
What?
Yeah, but
Imagine
okay.
how hard it would be to eat miniature ice creams with a tongue like that.
See, but here's the thing that doesn't gross me out, Ariel. It'd be like, oh yeah, that's hella gross. But the thing is, you don't even feel it.
Yeah,
It'd be different if
they
you felt like
literally
this is
they saw into your skin, get the proboscis, and then put it in the blood veins, and then just consume
Slurpee
it when they're
straw.
full. Wow.
What are we talking about?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Oh,
That is why
I was
Mosquito
confused for a
Queen was
very
the
long
worst
time.
villain. Mosquito Queen is the worst villain in One Punch Man, and that is why.
You see, people keep making like power listings of who's the strongest characters in One Punch Man, and they keep
I
putting
think
like
they were.
Bang and Saitama and Boros very high. But we all know that number 5 has to be like the Mosquito from episode 3.
It was 2.
Oh, it was episode 2. I was like, it's either 2 or 3, because like what happened was Saitama like went serious mode for like 5 minutes on that thing, and it still survived. Genos had to kill with a fire blast that like surrounded like miles around. That's the only reason it died. That Mosquito has more vitality than anything Saitama has ever fought before. Even more than
I did watch
Boros.
this video.
Michael, I do want to
explaining
bring up the,
physics.
it did suck Saitama's blood, and that's when Saitama tried to slap it. So therefore, it had Saitama in it.
Which is
It
why it
temporarily-
survived. It's still alive today. It's actually the final villain. They gave it a monster cell. Whoops. If you're not caught up with the anime or the manga and you don't know about monster cells, watch it, you pleb.
Michael, I've been reading the manga and the webcomic. I'm like so far ahead. I'm like, man.
Dude, I've read all 90 chapters of existence, unless more have come out since the time that I read all 90 of those chapters. But I'm caught up because I read the entire manga so far. I'm just saying that if you haven't watched the anime or read the manga where they're talking about monster cells, which is not really a spoiler, then you need to catch up, you pleb.
I'm currently caught up with the manga. That's it.
I've been wanting to do this, but I'm like, we don't have the technology to show Michael's screen and then just start making tears. Because I was gonna like have a competition of, all right, guys, it's time that we do this, and we do this once and for all. Who is best shonen woman that is either is useless or isn't useless? That is all our decision, and we just have a tournament arc as the podcast.
Did you say best shonen women?
Yes, best shonen woman.
She's gonna say
Is there
bold of
any?
you. Yep, I was gonna wait for the bold of you to assume there is one.
Exactly. But you know what? We're gonna go off most useful, even outside of combat.
What? First off, let's make a list here. Let me see if I remember.
Okay,
some-
I'll get to typing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we don't need to use their names. We could just use their pictures. Just
Yeah, but that also means you either have to be on phone or you're saving a lot of images off of your own computer. I'd rather just type names. If you want to add pictures later, go for it.
So if we're doing this, do we also take into account things that are like more meta, like when the anime was created? Because let's take, for example, Ranma 1/2, where we have Akane, who was a really great character, but the series is made by a dude and it's in the 90s, and she could have been better if it was made by a woman in 1919.
I mean, if we're going just
My-
based off of versatility.
no. Okay. It's gonna be off of people that majority of us know, and we are all going to have because there are 5 of us. It has to be a best of 5 vote to see who moves
Why
on to the
haven't you
next
guys
round.
watched shonen throwbacks?
Yeah, you see, the only problem here is the oldest person here, because for the most part we're all children or like level 1 adults, is Miss Thomas. She's gonna be like, well, you see, there was one.
Okay. To be fair, all of the throwback shonens came out when I was just a wee tyke. My first anime wasn't until I was 12, okay? Which was like
She-
2007.
Yes.
Back up. Michael, you mother. I won't finish that because we're on YouTube. You mother
I had to
trucker.
go out of my
You
way
call
to go
me a
watch
level-
the throwbacks.
You call
Okay,
me a level 1 adult. I will smite thee.
there's level 1, which is you just became
Level
technically adult.
99 young adults.
There's level 2, which is where you've been adult for a while, which is Miss Thomas. There's level 3, where you're an adult and you've been adult for a while. That's where you get into 30s and 40s. There's a level 4 adult where you're in your 60s. And then there's level 5 adult where you're anything older than that. Okay?
Michael
Mr.
called me an adult.
Okay.
Eh.
So there's me, there's Miss Thomas, there's Mr. Thorson, there's Mr. Ramos, and then there's Miss Wheeler. Okay, cool.
It's based off of age, not actual maturity, okay?
Hey,
Because if that was the case, Miss Thomas and I would be tied.
you guys are so mean to me.
Well, I mean,
I didn't participate in this.
Lynn, just because you don't participate doesn't make you any less of a bastard. You didn't stop us.
well, I'm
Hey.
just basing this off of the low-key inside joke
I'm not-
from actually inside
I'm
Anime
not
Club.
there with any of y'all physically, so I can't sew your mouth shut. So that's the thing.
The thing is, I'm basing this completely off of the inside joke of me and Jalen both just calling Miss Thomas a child.
Because she can be. I'm not saying she is, I'm saying she can be. And that's not bad. Because that means that she still has imagination and innocence and wonder. It's much
That
more
means that you think that I am immature and mean.
God!
So as you were saying, maturity... Wait, what? Oh yeah, we were talking about Shonen Whammons again.
Yeah.
Also, Miss
Shonen-
Thomas, it might have been from when you was a wee tyke, but like I'm watching a cartoon from 2004 that I remember when I was a kid. If it came out when you were a kid and you watch it later and you're only aware of it because it came out when you're a kid, that still counts.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm just trying to make an argument for a throwback anime. Get
Well,
you-
yeah, but we can't argue on a fact about a character we don't know. That's like trying to say you know the most astrophysics if you walk into the
I'm
English
just
department.
saying, yes, go check it out.
Why
It's
can't
in your
I
life.
take-
Okay, so if we're also doing this, so
It doesn't have to just be over this topic. We could make it over any type of topic.
this topic, let's stick with this topic really quick.
Oh God.
Otherwise,
miss
we
it.
might get off
You know-
on a tangent.
Tangent.
Roll
It's not
credits.
No, I haven't
What
typed the
this
credits up yet.
podcast is about?
Wait, oh man, Michael, I've low-key been working on it, like produced and directed by Michael Eli.
Oh yeah, don't forget to give someone a wacky credit that's random and wacky. You could just do Ronnie over and over again if you want just to be a troll, even though he's
I
not
would just
here.
have different credits be making fun of Ronnie, like roadblock, unreliable,
Well,
rarely
no.
ever here. But they all have to have something with art.
Oh well, I already did snack assistant, snack experts assistant, and let's see, what did I call him last time? Let me check.
You just said that I was myself.
Yeah, I called everyone themselves, and then I gave Ronnie a special one. But like the one I gave Ronnie.
An hour and 4 minutes. Can I just leave early? No, I need all the hours.
You should. Oh, by the way, I saw Miss Hamilton at UNT, and I'm like, oh, she was serious.
Fancy meeting you here.
She's like, Jimmy, what you doing with your broke ass? I didn't think you could make it to college. I'm like,
I came here for a higher level of knowledge, not to be attacked.
A woman is
Okay,
a bully.
Michael, because I am now an adult and I can talk to her like how crazy she acts. Like, bitch, you gave me recommendation letter here. What the fuck you mean? How you think I'm gonna make it here? What you mean? You wrote this thing. You're the reason I'm here.
I think I
I'm
failed
telling
myself.
you.
Looks like last time for whatever reason, I can't go back and see the credits. So I must have failed myself and possibly not put them in. But I know that I called Ronnie the snack expert, as in Centaura, assistant the first time. Literally, you could do anything. You could say Cantaloupe Inspector. Because produce.
Did you guys know? Okay, hey Michael,
Good
here's
class?
some interesting information for you. Miss Mark's middle name is Hasty.
Is what?
What?
Hasty.
Wait.
Like, the actual
Or
word.
Tasty when they made her name.
Damn it!
Oh.
I was like, Karen Hasty Mark. I'm like, her middle name is Hasty?
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
Miss Karen's middle name is Medusa?
I've been saying she has steak fish for a long time.
Ooh.
Miss Torres.
Also, rip if she's watching this, but I kind of doubt that she is. Off you, so if you are, I hate you as a teacher, and I never want you to ever be my teacher ever again. And I will stand by those words.
Michael, I
You
did.
not when I'm on here and it can impact my job.
Yeah.
Well, they won't see
But I
this.
thought you said you're trying to leave.
I'm just gonna assume that.
Sit down somewhere before you just hurt yourself more.
I'm trying.
It's like looking in the mirror. What the heck?
How does one get in a mirror?
Well, you gotta look at a mirror. Well, you have to be an angel boy with brown hair, and then before you know it, you have an edgy
That's-
negative.
That's very specific.
I mean, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say 4242, that thing from Soul Eater. I can't remember the name because I have bad memory.
42, 44,
42
59.
or whenever you want to knock on Death's door.
Damn it, I was wrong.
You cut out. I didn't hear you.
42, 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
But what if I
It
want
used
to
to
kick
be
it
my
in?
passcode.
Why isn't life a character in there though?
No idea. I'm
I
gonna say,
think death is a fear, is a very huge fear of the human race. And like, there should be smaller fears.
So then I guess I'm not human.
No, 'cause,
What?
like, there should be a couple of fears that death governs over, like commitment, depression,
Oh,
children.
and if you're a dog, it's just a vacuum cleaner.
ew.
Like, death should be governed over all different types of fears.
Death incarnate comes.
Dead.
Also, not necessarily a spoiler, but still really funny to me. Death the Kid and the Keeshner brothers.
Huh.
That never sounds being funny to me. It's like, damn, Death tried to fight his oldest son, and he's like, fuck you, Dad. Like,
I'll just kill my baby brother.
bitch, sit your ass down somewhere. It's like, I'm about to Reaper chop your ass. No. And then that just happens. And now I can't stop thinking of Death versus Keishan, like, that edgy older sibling that's trying to get back at your parents.
This is what Itachi versus his father should have been. Also, I want to get back to that, like, Shonen Women out of pure, like...
It's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen, but I want to point out that I feel like I can think of nothing other than Hinata winning. Because if we're just talking about, like, pure, like, not fighting ability, but just usefulness... Shit, oh, honey, where's my keys? Oh, I can scan 360 degrees within a 5-mile radius. So, oh yeah, they're under the couch over there.
But, Michael, you're also forgetting the fact that we could include people like the one who actually does all of the governing of the crew, Nami.
Yeah, but, like, she could change the weather and steer a ship and know where she is. Finding there's a lot of shit, dude, okay? Someone who can find anything seems like
Tanya.
a lot more usefulness.
Have you guys seen Nanbaka?
Yeah?
Yes.
I
Yes.
watched like 8 episodes.
The warden, she was pretty awesome.
She is
Yes.
pretty awesome.
Shonen.
She really is.
That
I mean, would you guys rather have be over Shonen Women or something like Best Shonen Power System?
Huh.
I wouldn't
Because-
really know how to judge that. But I have heard that the Hunter x Hunter.
yeah, a lot of people say
Nen
Hunter
is
X
one of
Hunter.
Nen is one of the best power systems.
What
But
if-
I still must give props to Black Clover because their literal
yes.
power system is through character development. You get more spells the better you get as a person.
Also, I think it's pretty
Oh, wow.
obvious that One Punch Man's power system is the best because the power system is very simple and easy to understand. Saitama wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who would win, Saitama or Goku?
Just
No,
because
I'm
it's simple
kidding.
doesn't mean it's the best. But it is pretty simple.
Saitama wins.
So, question there, it's like, are you judging by the complexity of the system? Which, if we're going based on complexity, then I would have to say Naruto. But if you're going based on which one is the simplest, then yeah, One Punch Man. Or if you want to go with which one makes the most sense, Naruto definitely loses. You guys remember when the Sharingan was to copy people's ability?
Do you remember when if you ran out of chakra, you died? Remember when
Yeah.
if you had to combine physical energy and mental energy to create chakra, but then that shit just left?
Right?
Remember when Taijutsu was literally only
Right.
fighting, but for some reason, Guy could create physical manifestations with the power of his kicks and punches? Fuck no.
It's not. You see, the problem is what you're misunderstanding is you thinking that his taijutsu is what gave him that power, but it's obvious that it was his eyebrows and bowl cut. His hair
It was
gave him. It's like Dragon Ball. His hair gave him the powers, not his fighting
wow.
style.
It was the green suit.
Mini-Me disappeared. That's bad.
Wait,
You know
what?
what?
You have a fucking midget clone?
Wait, those exist? Can I
Apparently.
have 3?
Oh, never mind. She's back.
I don't like how nervously you're laughing.
I hear like a faraway slapping noise, and I'm very scared. Of
I'm
what
pretty
the hell
sure
it is.
my Sherlock senses tell me that you're in the gym because I hear basketball bouncing.
It's a volleyball. Get it
Same
right.
thing.
What?
I
Heck
just
no! I
heard-
got a bruise on my hand. Have you lost your mind?
What?
Ugh.
So guest appears by some
Oh.
random shitheads. I mean, what?
That's mini me.
Same thing.
Wait, there's a smaller version of Lynn.
No, she's taller than me.
Okay,
Then why
I
are
was
you
like,
calling her mini-me?
Because she's younger than me.
Oh.
And we have the same name.
What?
call it Kidlin.
That
It
is
says
the most...
Kidlin, it's Kidlin.
It's Lynn with 3 Ys? I'm sorry, no, 3 N's. 2 Ys.
6
No.
Ys.
Because you see, Perplexity is Lynn, and then this mini-me is...
Nobody. Jesus. Casper. Somebody that does not exist in this moment.
What about next moment?
Damn it, Michael. My will to
Ooh,
live.
wait,
I was tossing it to my will to live. Yes.
Best mentor in anime.
Best mentor?
Yeah, that could be a topic.
Sensei, hands down.
We could use like Jiraiya, Piccolo.
Wait, did Miss Thomas say Koro-sensei? Yeah,
Aizawa.
Yes.
Koro-sensei.
I agree.
Koro-sensei.
Oh, yes.
I agree.
Koro-sensei give these kids a will to live. I don't care what kind of shit, kind of freaking Shadow Clone, Rasen, spin vacuums, cleaner,
Oh,
Michael.
go.
Super Saiyan looking shit you got.
Go retrieve.
Michael.
I ain't getting it either. Looks like it's gonna
There's
stay over there.
one thing that I can't stop doing that reminds me all the, like of Naruto, and it's just dragging my hand across the wall. And every time I do it, I just imagine like, man, remember
I
that
was not
time
gonna do
Sasuke
it right
was
walking.
Wait,
No.
what? I didn't hear you. Lynn's counterparts were compatriots.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself for a second and then like fix it. Sorry.
Okay.
It reminds you of what?
Okay, I dragged my hand across the wall, and I remember the edgiest form of Sasuke when he just like did the Chidori. Just like it's right before the Sasuke choking beam, and he just dragged
Oh, yeah.
the Chidori across the wall, and I'm like, what point did that make? What did dragging your Chidori across the wall do for you?
It means them bitch ass is gonna have to remodel. That's what.
Architecture, the real enemy.
Wasn't that to Itachi? It was
Yes.
trying to intimidate Itachi.
Jokes on
His
you.
face,
Fail.
he one-handed that boy, just bitch, threw him against the wall, and then choked him.
You see, jokes.
I'm not.
Joke's on you. Sasuke wasn't aiming for Itachi. He was aiming for the wall because he actually low-key hates the owners of that place and he wanted to lose it, drop its market value by damaging the property in order to make its real estate worth less.
Bold of you to assume that Sasuke's actually smart enough to hate real estate.
Also, ninja architecture and real estate. Why is this not a thing? Someone get me some filler episodes on this shit.
Why is it that every anime and every superhero movie feels the need to just fuck up a city for no reason?
Right? And then you don't. You
destroy everything.
Wait, that means you would the architecture student that can make a superhero-proof building would become a flapping god.
Do you think that that's what they actually teach in those schools? Like, okay, so imagine Hulk gets slammed through 8 floors. How stable is your building if Hulk can get back up without toppling the entire building on top?
The final test for architecture in college is just you have to build a model building and then it's like they test against earthquake. Okay, well now I'm gonna drop kick it off the 4th floor and if it survives then you pass.
All I can imagine is just, bruh. Would you have had, like, look at the architecture, like the architect who's just looking at his building, be slammed through because these heroes and villains need to get hurt each other by throwing each other through drywall or through concrete. Like, if you have super skin, it doesn't really hurt. It's more of a, bitch, you fucked up my clothes. What the hell?
Or, haha, I got drywall dust in your eyes and lungs. Take that, bitch.
Why is property damage a must?
No idea. Also, I feel like when the ninja world gains true peace and they don't have to have infighting anymore, the Hyuga clan would make so much as real estate agents. They could just, like, they don't have to tour the house. They could just stand at the front porch and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's some, okay, So
Yeah,
that's
but
what the...
they still have to show everyone else around the house because
Well,
they
yeah,
don't
but-
have.
like,
No.
deciding, well, yeah, but no, if someone's like, hey, I want to sell my house, Hyuga real estate agent, please tell me how much it's worth. They can literally just, like, walk up to the front door, stand there for 5 minutes, go, so that's the kind of architecture I have. I really like that carpet. I bet, that kind of structure of stairs would be worth a lot. Knock on their door and be like, oh yeah, it's worth this much. And them going, oh thanks, Hyuga real estate agent. Also, by any chance, have you seen my keys? He's like, oh yes, they're
behind your car.
Go sit down.
they're
That's the
in
point,
the
you
third
sit down.
pair. They're in your third ninja. They're in the third ninja vest from the right. If you walk into the closet on your left.
Thank you. Wait, also, one thing that got on my nerves, how come we didn't see nearly as many freaking Hyuga as we saw the Uchiha? Like, I genuinely thought there were more Uchiha in this story than Hyugas. And that
Well-
got on my nerves.
well, you
They're not
see-
the
The
ones that
thing about the
died.
Uchiha and the Hyugas is that the Uchiha are dead and the Hyuga aren't.
And
Well,
also,
they're-
like,
The reason why the Hyugas are still alive is because their clan was basically a dictatorship. If you weren't in the main family, you didn't even have control over what you got to do with your Byakugan.
also, like, there was a lot of flashbacks, and it wasn't that you saw more Sharingan than Byakugan. It was more like you saw the same Sharingan over and over again. Like, oh look, there's Madara. Oh look, there's Obatils. Oh look, there's Sasuke. And now back to Itachi. Wait, what? You said the Sharingan doesn't get enough screen time? Well then, flashback, let's see every Sharingan of the entire village, and yeah. Oh look,
Let's show a compilation of everything that's happened to Naruto and Sasuke's life as if we haven't seen that 5 times already.
wait a minute.
Ready?
You said that Sasuke's parents died? Say that again for me? I didn't hear you. Air horns go off. Sasuke's parents died? What? Wait, and you're saying Naruto's parents died too?
I sense another fight coming.
Wait, a fight coming? That means we have to flashback, do, and then there's just like a flashback
Naruto's
alarm.
like, in case you didn't know, my parents are dead.
And then Sasuke goes, cool, wait, we're talking about dead parents? Mine too.
See,
That-
Naruto knew how to treat Boruto because no shonen protagonist ever grows up with a good father. Therefore, Naruto must have had to have been a dick to Boruto in order for him to become a decent shonen protagonist.
Also, I think it's obvious why Sakura was the weakest of Team 7. Both her parents are still alive.
Now, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
That's why Boruto's from what I've seen, that's why his Rasengan is like tiny. His parents are still alive.
See, what
So-
he needs to do is just kill his parents and both.
Right, you have to kill whatever it is you love in order to gain power.
Well, yeah, but if
Yes.
he kills both his parents, then Himawari's the
That's
one who
so
get all the
personal.
strength. If he kills the parents, if he tries to kill Naruto and Hinata, 1, he won't survive. 2, then Himawari's the one who get all the strength, and he won't.
It's
You know
very
something?
true.
I feel like there is a shonen dad out there who didn't suck. It's Mr. Morisato, but I feel like there's a better one.
Wait, no, I mean, technically Nagisa was, like, still alive and still kind of powerful, despite the fact of both his parents being alive. He just had abusive parents, or negligible parents.
No, I said a good parent.
Oh,
Yeah,
a good parent?
I mean, good is relative. I would say Monkey D. Dragon. I mean, he might have been like the, I don't know. You
No.
might call.
No.
You might call
We
him.
need to get we need a backstory on him before we can decide if he's good or not. Because
Well,
right
no.
now he's kind of like, this boy legit found one of Luffy's brothers and said, I will raise you instead of my son because my son needs to have a life. And you, on the other hand, you look like you're kind of dead to the world. Let me kidnap you real quick.
I mean, he didn't really kidnap him. It was more like, hey, we gave you some health potions, and Sabo was like, I don't remember who I am, so I'm gonna stick around.
Michael, if I give you free candy and it restores your health, but it gives you amnesia, are you going to take it without knowing that it's
But the health potions didn't give him amnesia. He had amnesia from getting his ass
I'm
blown up by the
saying
world's
this as a
biggest
point.
asshole. Speaking of which, we can't have the biggest asshole in anime competition because the Celestial Dragons instantaneously win.
No, they're the biggest assholes
Hey,
group. We need
but
an
what
asshole
about-
individual.
The biggest assholes as a group, the Celestial Dragons win. Because
Oh, wait,
technically
wait,
some of them are, not only are they charged with slavery, but also rape. So,
Michael,
no.
I got no. I got this. Top who had we're gonna do this as a tournament, just as a thought. Just as a thought. We don't actually have to do this. Top 10, well, not top 10. I keep doing that. The most disappointing plot twist in all of anime. Because I'm still gonna so many people are gonna go with Kaguya from Naruto, the most disappointing plot twist.
Well, the thing is, I was never really disappointed by Kaguya because that part of the story I was kind of just watching while I was playing through this third Naruto Storm game on my Xbox 360. So I was really disappointed because I wasn't completely 100% paying attention.
Mine was more of they didn't need to bring her in because the whole thing was Madara had already been hyped since OG Naruto. Madara
and
had
then,
been
like,
a thing.
And then it was
For
just
sure.
like, oh, you got him on the ropes
Nope,
and he's
Kaguya.
dead. And then they clapped Kaguya.
Kaguya.
Also, someone just used the spoon drop jutsu.
Ended up.
Also, essentially 0 viewers, but we're having a heck of a time, so don't stop us now.
Don't
Such a good
me
time.
now.
My parents were so surprised that I knew what that song was because they did it.
My mom threatened to jump out the car and she was driving when I started singing it.
It's
No,
called
I'm-
obligatory musical reference. Of course we know it.
No, but I'm thinking because I'm having a good time. My mom was looking at me like, what are you singing? Because the commercial was singing it. And she's like, how is it that Jalen's singing along to the song? Oh, is it a new song? I'm like, yes, Mom. Don't Stop Me Now. My Queen is a new song by someone who is dead. Thank you.
Well, they got Queen, but where's Rook, Bishop, all the pawns, the knights, and the king?
You know,
They died.
Rook busy
Fuck.
fighting terrorists.
where is King? Because we already have Queen, we have Prince, but we don't have King.
I mean, I was making a chess joke, so checkmate. But now I want to make a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, but I'm just going to
How
play
about
that
you
joke in
check
defense
yourself,
mode.
mate?
Queen is
No.
off making songs.
Also, I
Queen
want
is
to...
off making songs. Rook is busy fighting terrorists, and King is busy trying not to get killed by monsters.
Because
Ah.
One Punch Man King, because Anime Club episode, yay. And all of the gamers in the crowd are just disappointed going, I was promised Vigima games. We talked about E3
I
for a
did
little
mention
while.
Rook. I
Yeah.
did mention Rook.
Also, Caviar is in a mobile game now, so apparently, mobile games are just
Yeah.
firing up so much. So Ubisoft
They made-
using all their tactical shooters, they literally just took all those characters and threw them into a jumble bumble.
Yeah, there's
mobile
There's
game.
Sam Fisher,
There's people
There's
from the
Jam.
Division.
the Division dudes, the new dude from
Ghostlands.
uh,
Wildland. Yeah, Ghost Recon. And then Capoeira and Montagny. Or as everyone else likes to call him, Monty. Who's not Monty from Python and the Holy Grail. Speaking of which, holy hand grenades. If you had one holy hand grenade, is there any specific moment in your life that you would have used it?
furries.
Like, but, like, to try and stop them from existing, or just the first one you ever met?
First one. See,
This is a hard question, huh?
What did he say?
Furries.
Oh, and how furries are protected in D&D, which is the saddest cardinal sin I've seen them make.
No, I asked if there was one moment where you'd ever use a holy hand grenade if you had it, and he just said furries. Like, not there was this one time with a furry, no, just furries.
Poor furries.
how long?
Speaking
It
of
did
those,
not-
I
it
will
took
spin
less
one
than
by the
3
end of our
hours.
campaign.
Oh, called it, Jalen. I called it. It happened. There isn't a single episode that's gone by so far that you haven't mentioned D&D.
Well, I haven't talked about Arkham. I said in general.
Well, yeah, but she just mentioned D&D, so it happened.
But see, I mentioned it as often.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my god.
That's called sunlight, Ariel.
You see, what happened is he had his fan on max, and it kind of blew the curtain out of the way for a singular second, which was all the sun needed to go at the speed of light into his retinas and blind him like a Ying charge.
Oh, damn. Oh, people are pissed.
Why?
So-
What's happening?
So, I don't care if, like, Wuluku, Marik Mafia, doesn't matter, because we might not even get to see, well, both of them fight each other, because not all 800 Pokemon are being uploaded into Sword and Shield.
Well, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm reading the article right now. So, a lot of
Yeah.
fans are pissed because Pokemon Sword and Shield's limited Pokedex.
You heard it
'Cause-
here first, folks. I mean, maybe you
All
did,
I'm gonna
maybe you
say is that at least like 100 Pokemon or 50 Pokemon show up in each generation. But
All
can
I'm
you,
saying is,
can you imagine the
15
size?
from each region.
Can you?
Yeah, but you'd think you'd at least add it as, like, DLC later or something.
No, here's the thing. I'm reading through it. It says they specifically said there are no plans because fans are complaining, seeing if they can get them to change it, and it's like there are no plans of us changing this whatsoever. Suck it, show.
But can you like imagine how
After-
hard it would be to catch them all if there's like 900 Pokemon single game?
Ariel, I don't think you understand the fact that we're almost at 1,000.
And you're not putting all of them in. It
I
defeats the purpose of
understand
having
that
so
too.
many.
Yes, developing a game is a shit ton of work and is almost a thankless job. But we all still wanted that one thing of we could have all of the 1,000 Pokemon that have finally been introduced over 20 years, and they are now playable. 1,000 playable characters.
Yeah, they're probably the first game that could ever, like, put on their box art 1,000 playable characters.
Yeah, like that's such an accomplishment that I would hate to see them squander because
Well, you see, what they're
So-
gonna do is they're gonna stop on 999 Pokemon for this gen, and then next gen, where everyone's just running on PC specs, they're like, okay, now you can have your 1,000th Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like thinking,
gonna be-
like,
It's gonna be one game where you can only choose one Pokemon from all of the
No,
different things, and then it's
I
one
got it.
legendary they introduce.
I got it. If they stop at 9.99, the next game will be Pokemon Fusions and only one legendary.
Yeah.
I'd be
Also-
okay with
Miss Thomas, favorite Pokemon.
probably Chikorita.
Favorite Pokemon.
Wobbuffet.
It's cute.
Wobbuffet. Wobbufet's good.
Wobbuffet-
Strong
Wobbuffet.
That
Wobbuffet.
is adorable.
More accurate, it's why not?
Yes.
It's a good
Why not?
Pokemon.
Why not Wobbuffet?
Why'd you pick?
Oh,
Why
And
not?
it's,
Why not?
it's the one Pokemon besides Meowth to have appeared in more than one Team Rocket team generations. I'm trying to figure out
Also-
how to word that properly.
Thing that makes me sad, Beware does not want to be a part of Team Rocket, yet will always protect Team Rocket. Like, Jesse tried to catch it at one point, and Beware just crushed the Pokeball. Like, nah, fam, we ain't doing that. I'm like, but you'd be so much fun! You took down one of the strongest non-legendary Pokemon by yourself.
Join my
I
Namaka.
have-
Join my
He
Namaka.
kicked that old ass.
Join my Namaka. Lynn, favorite Pokemon.
I'm gonna have to say Eevee.
Even though
Eevee
there's
is
so
also
many
nice.
others.
Yes, even though
Eevee can evolve into nine different
Eight.
evolutions. Like
I'm waiting for them to complete the entire set and just give
they're not.
it.
they're
Can
not
they
gonna-
please?
No, they won't.
It's not gonna happen.
Also, if you're gonna evolve your Eevee tomorrow, does that make it the Eevee Evolution Eve? Ariel, favorite Pokemons.
Please don't ask me this
I
question
don't know.
because it's gonna leave me for like debating with myself for like 2 hours.
Now, we're
I
doing-
need to
if
think
we're-
about it.
If
Jalen,
we get into favorite legendaries, I can give you that.
favorite
instantly.
Pokemons.
Yo, me?
Yes, favorite Pokemons.
Okay, see, here's my hard part because I love a lot, and I can't just say every fire starter
Yeah.
because every fire starter is technically my favorite of that generation, or at least my favorite type of that generation. Because Incineroar was everything I ever wanted in a tiger, just put into Pokemon. Like, I named my Incineroar Wrath because it reminded me of Wrath from Ben 10, and I feel like if it could speak, that's what it would
Huh.
say.
Shout out to
It
Ben
really
10,
does,
it was
doesn't
the
it?
shit.
But I would say if it has to be anything,
Well, guys,
The
if y'all hear
Shinkai.
an explosion, you can just assume that we just got bombed. While you're joking, that's the exact sound that I hear.
Yeah, I heard
Oh.
it too.
I heard
Man.
it. That's all. I was like, wait.
Thunk! Ow! That really hurt.
Ah, son of a picnic basket.
Who the heck opened up their window on a plane and threw a quarter out? A perfectly good quarter. My favorite Pokemon's probably Lucario.
I know.
Ah, the original furry thing. Okay. See,
Hey,
I loved
I can't-
Lucario before Lucario became like everyone's favorite thing in the world because my first Pokemon movie was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And this is before
Same
fourth generation
here.
came out. And I was like, that guy is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Get me one of those. And when I found Riolu, I was like, well, looks like I'm gonna stop everything I'm doing to hatch this egg, to raise this Lucario up to the level 60 that my Infernape, Staraptor, and Luxray are. And then we're gonna go take on the Elite Four.
You see,
Michael.
I
You
never-
stop at level 60 before you challenge the Elite Four?
No, I trained to like 60 because I knew that's how high Champion was.
Well, yeah, but I've only ever played
Oh.
Pokemon Ruby on a Game Boy emulator on my phone.
I
On
always
his
train my-
phone.
For some reason, I always train my up all the way until like level 100, and then I just go at it.
I can't talk
See,
about.
I've only done one of my Pokemon up to level 1. And then I kept, because it stops at 99. At least in gold, heart gold and soul silver. The
No, it
level cap is
didn't.
like 99. And
No,
then
it
it wouldn't
didn't.
go above that, but it'd still level up.
Ariel,
What?
you're on crack. I have a Pokemon Heart Gold with me, and I have 3 level 100s. But
Oh, well then I'm dumb, because, like, I kept trying
What
to
else is
evolve
there?
my Feraligatr into level 100, and it always capped at 99, and it
well,
just
that's
kept,
because it
I
doesn't
kept
evolve at
evolving.
level 100.
What?
You said you're
You
trying to
mean
evolve
you-
it at level 100. It's because
No,
it doesn't
I'm trying to
evolve
get
at
it
level
up to level 100. My words are getting jumbled
He
together.
just wants it to level up to 100.
I know. I'm just an asshole.
And it's just like, the number wouldn't go past, like, 99. If the
I-
number kept going, my Feraligatr would need to be, like, a level 105. But, like,
I
See,
can't
think
talk about my
every-
habits in playing Pokemon games. Also,
my
what were you trying to tell me, Ariel, after...
what?
You said, hey, Michael, and then we got into Pokemon and Soul
Oh, yeah.
Silver.
I can't come up with a single favorite Pokemon, because I'm not like, I just can't come up with like a single thing, a single favorite. So
Okay.
it's like, I'd either have to give you 2, or maybe like 100, because I like a lot of Pokemon.
Well, Jalen's turn now.
Okay, so my favorite non-starter, and when I mean starter, I don't just mean the fire, water, grass starters. I also mean your starter flying type, your starter electric type, because if anyone tries to tell me otherwise, like, no. Every region has its own bird that you can catch very early in the game, and I call that a starter type as well.
Point.
My favorite non-starter type, I would have to say, would either be Gallade, well, like the Ralts line, because I kind of poke fun at Gallade, like, man, he must have had a really awkward teenage life because he was a dancer. No one, like, bats an eyelash at that. It's like, you're a dude that wore a dress. Like, we're just
The
gonna...
worst, no. The worst part was, if you don't evolve it with a Dusk Stone before it's
Dawn
level
Stone.
30, or Dawn, Dusk, whatever the heck it is, if you don't use a stone on it before it's level 30, it becomes a cardboard.
Yeah, mine almost evolved into Gardevoir, and I'm just like, nope. I refuse. Gardevoir is a trap, and no one can tell me otherwise.
I didn't realize that was the case until after the fact, and it was level 16. I was like, oh, this is a guy. What the
Yeah.
heck?
They need to stop that.
No.
They did it with Primarina. They did it with a lot of other Pokemon.
Primarina was actually like the one I feel is the worst offender of this, because
Yes.
I mean Primarina and Fennekin, like Popplio and Fennekin could have been like, they look, well, Popplio looked masculine to an extent, like a little
At the
boy.
beginning, and then it evolved into the second evolution, and then you're like, oh, I know where this is going. And then
But
it
see,
evolved into Primarina.
Here's the problem with Popplio, though, and Fennekin for that matter. Every starter is 87.5% having a chance of becoming a male, and a 15%, well, no, 85% of becoming male, 15% of becoming female. So, majority of the time, all of those Pokemon will be male.
Yeah.
So you do also Pokemon like Absol, because Absol just looks like a girl that works at Hot Topic. Don't at me. And
I love Bulbasaur. Mainly because it's called the disaster Pokemon, and every time it shows up, bad stuff happens, and that's kind of
no,
relating
and
to
that's
my
why
life.
I'm like, man, you are really emo, because you don't even do anything wrong, but bad stuff happens because you're always telling people, hey, something bad's about to happen. Then something bad happens. Then everyone blames you.
Right?
Yeah, but the thing
Just
is,
like, hey,
like, I saw the 18-wheeler without a driver carrying an entire tank of propane and then
Propane?
about to hit. I saw it barreling down the street about to hit the fireworks factory. But I don't know why no one else could see that. So they thought that I could, like, see the future when I said something bad's about to happen. And then the bus full of orphans pulled in front of it. And I was like, no, something's bad is about to happen. And they thought that I caused it, but it was like, no. The tanker truck doesn't have anyone in the driver's seat. It's got petrol in the back. It's about to hit a bus full of orphans and then barrel. The flaming truck will then barrel into that fireworks factory, which is right next to the munitions factory.
I can see that with my eyes, and I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you, hey, maybe you should do something about it, and then you don't do something about it, and then the bad stuff happens, and now it's my fault?
I know!
Michael, think of it this way. Now the orphans will have to worry about not being adopted.
Lynn, get out of my head because that was the
very
thing.
positive outlook.
Also, someone used the spoon drop no jutsu again.
No, okay, my whole thing was that reminded me of that one scene from the movie Igor, if anyone remembers that movie.
Oh
And
no!
wait, you sent her to an orphanage? Well, I mean, it's not like they'll pay attention. Orphans? Then looked at the sign. Blind orphan? Why would you send a 15-foot automatron Frankenstein monster to a blind orphanage?
I don't remember that moment.
That was
I'm
funny.
pretty sure I do.
It's just a really old reference. Like, no one remembers Igor.
I mean, I remember the movie.
Igor.
I
It was
just
on
don't.
Netflix.
I don't
It was on
remember.
Netflix like 2 months ago.
I didn't watch them. It was on Netflix. I watched them. It was on DVR.
I just don't
I
remember
watched it
that.
when it was at the movie theater, like a normal.
Or is it VHS tapes? It's probably a VHS.
I want to see someone taking all of the like 1080p movies and turning them into VHSs for no reason.
So that one friend that couldn't get anything else and decided to get a 1080p, like they had nothing but VHS, but like all their friends were watching nothing but 1080p stuff. So they converted it to 90s style television on a VHS tape.
No,
So that was what it is.
it's like the guy who says the Zune is still relevant and also the same.
Oh yeah.
The same as like that's not the first joke I was gonna make. I can't remember what the other one I was gonna make was. The guy who thinks
Also,
the
Michael, I gotta go get ready for the thing
Okay, well,
because it starts in like 8 minutes. And I gotta
Oh
go.
shoot.
yeah,
I'll be back.
we're about to lose our half the cast, and Miss Thomas's speaking lines are gonna get upped. Not that she has lines, it just with the 3 people, she probably have more of an opportunity to say words. Right?
Ooh, he called her shy and unable to talk,
I
like an immature child.
I did say that, and then he left. Of course, that's the steaming pile of shit he's gonna leave me.
Forget about it.
Oh, sorry, but.
I just thought of something hilarious, but I don't know how hilarious it is. What if you, to prank someone, you drilled holes through their desk and zip tied their mouse down?
That sounds like something. Like that sounds really evil.
Yeah, it's just like, have fun using your touchpad, idiot.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as that one thing I sent where it had the KG disappearing ink,
Oh
and
yeah.
it said hand this to someone during finals.
No, I have something even more evil. Not finals. Imagine doing that with, I don't know, the AP test.
Oh.
Also,
Rip.
I'm waiting for when everyone gets technologically savvy enough to that everyone just starts doing their graffiti and disappearing ink. And
Like, you can't find me for something that's not there. What are you talking about? Go
Other-
look at the spot again.
all the gangs just have like black lights and they're like seeing who tagged what spot.
Right.
Oh, something interesting. He's from Senegal. Likes anime. I thought she already did, but apparently she watched her first anime. Knowingly watched her first anime recently.
What was it?
Anime.
Boku no Pico.
I'll give you a hint.
We
I'm not good
don't
in
speak
English.
of that cursed name. What happened?
Ariel, if you ever bring that shit back into my channel ever again, I'll control delete your lungs.
She watched Lelouch.
The
She watched Land Rouge of the Rebellion. And you guys, has anybody seen it?
I have.
What?
Seen what?
I would think I was 15 the first time I watched it, and I've been considering rewatching it to see if, I understand it a little bit better. But she described it the same way I felt about it when the last episode came on Adult Swim, because, that's what we did back in the day. We watched it on Adult Swim. And, I was waiting for it a week at a time. She got to binge the whole thing. And she was like, stop watching. And I was like, that's exactly how I felt. By the end of it, I had no idea what was going on.
What?
What
I-
anime?
Code Geass.
Which one?
Oh.
Lelouch v.
Yeah.
Rebellion. I watched that and I went, you're a fucking crackhead, Lelouch.
Like, it just warped my whole mind. And I was telling her, especially, her very nice, respectable, law-abiding, sweet parents were there. And I was like, it just did some things to my mind. And they were like, why?
Don't worry about it.
If
It was
that's
a
not
little
worth
sus.
So after that, I was a nice anime veteran friend, and I gave her a list of things to watch. And I was very tempted to put Boku no Pico on the list. Just
Why would you do that? That is not a must
So
when you get
remember when-
indoctrinated into anime.
Remember when we were like discussing whether or not you're a child? That proves 100%.
I'm not, because I didn't put it
No,
on the list.
that's just evil.
Didn't put it on the list though.
You gotta
You
be.
thought about it.
You gotta be a special kind of whack in the head to even joke about that stuff.
You know what I really was gonna put on the list that would have been even more evil?
What?
What?
Watch Wolf Children, but I didn't do that. See, because I'm a nice person.
You see, because of the type of character I am, I only knows of the memes. I don't even know memes about that, so I'm just gonna assume that I don't want to know.
It's
Wolf
really
Children.
sad and nobody.
You've seen all
Touch it.
of Angel Beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of that, but on steroids.
Yeah.
But
Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna not watch it. Okay.
I mean, if you ever feel brave, and I'm being nice because I could have just told you to watch it and told you that it was great, it was wonderful, and just let you feel the pain.
I mean,
Just,
I would have
you know.
watched one episode. God, she was on crack when she said this, and then not watched it.
It's a movie. It's
Well-
a movie, but it's a movie that will, you'll be like, contemplate pain.
Sometimes I can't even get through a One Piece episode without pausing it and going, "What the fuck am I watching?" You're bold to assume that I would get through the entire movie without several of these moments. You telling me to watch it would not have worked. Also, like, I
Just
watched
to give you a head,
all of Angel Beats with the One Punch Man okay meme face.
give you a heads up. The evil that God has delivered me from, there was this one time, right? Me and my
Okay.
friend had already watched the movie, and we were so evil that we were willing to endure this movie a second time just to make 8 of our friends watch it. And I was in college, it was my second year of college. I had a whole room to myself, and when I say a whole room to myself, I mean it had a kitchen and a bathroom. So it was a pretty big room. It was a CA or RA or whatever. So all of them came over. They think that we're gonna. Me and my friend are like, this is gonna be real. They're gonna hate us by the end of this, but I can't suffer in this alone. So we set them all down for this heartwarming, spectacular, great movie that was going to make them cry 1,000 cries. They
You
didn't
see,
know what was happening.
when
They
when
were
people
like,
tell me these things, I don't believe you.
it was heartbreaking, and we just didn't want to feel the pain alone. We didn't want to feel the pain alone. So we had them. They say misery loves company.
Isn't
Yeah.
that just what AP World History is?
You get it. You get it. See? But yeah, I gave her a list. She wouldn't let me finish my list. She was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to that. I was like, some of these are 12 episodes. Calm down. Let me keep typing. She was like, no, no, no. This is fine. But I did manage to get Assassination Classroom on the list. That's gonna happen.
I thought about rewatching that this summer, and then I remembered I don't even remember what's on my summer watch list.
I still got a lot of my. I watched some K dramas this summer.
Because other than Coconut
I watched-
Basket 2, I don't remember what I wanted to see.
I watched.
I need to go watch that.
You watched what?
Okay, my internet kind of went sideways. What did I miss?
What animes did y'all watch from Anime Club? Have y'all finished?
Okay. Um. Hmm.
No Basket, Angel Bits. I mean, I'm gonna eventually watch Big Wind Up.
Oh wow, you haven't finished Big Wind Up?
I haven't
Oh
started
yeah, no,
Big
I
Wind
haven't
Up.
finished. I haven't finished it either.
Oh, that was priceless. That was I'm so glad that so many of the juniors started watching with us on Monday. That was priceless, is what that was. I told my friend she should watch Big Wind Up, and I wanted to explain to her what happened, but again, her really nice, sweet, loving parents were there. Like her mother is the type of person that I don't think I've ever seen angry. She's just always smiling, even when she doesn't want to. And I was like, that takes a brave person. I didn't tell
Or
her.
Joker Toxin.
All right, peeps, I'm out.
Another one bites the dust.
I might have to clock out a bit.
Another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. Obligatory music references. Well, I guess I'll just start typing on the credits.
Do need to start packing.
What? Why would I need packing?
All right. All right, I'm out. I have to go.
Okay.
This was fun.
Yeah, and there's more because oh yeah, I forgot to tell humans. Okay, so because of how my schedule is set up, I'm gonna be out of town and doing things and incapable of streaming, next week on Tuesday and Friday when the next Tangent Talks will be aired. And because of that, we're going to be pre-taping some of them, so they will not be live the next two. So that will be 4 and 5. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, the chat can't fight us again. And also, hello, Charlotte K. Have a nice day, I guess. We're wrapping up, but you can go back and watch all the other ones because YouTube saves streams, unlike Twitch. Twitch lied to me. I streamed there and I was expecting people to be able to watch it later. It didn't happen. I was sad.
That's our host. Just set up an entire stage for you and a desk. That way.
Oh, well, I lost the M in my name. Damn keyboards. Do you have any declarations of war to get out of the way?
Declarations of what?
War.
I do not.
No, none, not at all. Not even people who don't plug in their phone when it's on 1% and wonders why it dies. Not even people who throw grapes out the window and might hit someone. You don't have
You
any.
know, summer does such an amazing thing. Like, you just kind of forget all your troubles when you don't have to work.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you've ever actually physically had to deal with someone throwing grapes out the window. It's more like you can just make generalizations. Even if you've never met these people and aren't sure that they exist, you can declare war on them just the same.
Okay. Declare war. I declare war on Jalen. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. We about to throw them bows.
Any specific reason for declaring war on
Jalen?
him?
He's mean to me sometimes.
Well,
Yep.
Okay then. I guess I will inform him that you've declared war on him.
Yeah. Tell him that we're going to smack him with a fish.
Were yeah, you're doing the very key mistake that one of my friends on Rainbow Six Siege did last night, where he invited me to a game, and it turns out he talked a bunch of shit to his friends who are better in the game than him, and we did 2v2s, and it was like, wait, you talked a lot of shit and then invited me in? What? Why? So
You
then,
can't declare war on Jalen?
no, different person that, yeah. He talked a lot of smack about how we were going to beat them in a 2v2, and then we lost 0-11.
I don't know if I'll beat Jalen, but maybe I'll get one smack in with a fish.
Yeah, but I was saying, you said we, and I was like, there is no we. You know, you might hit him with a fish. But you on
No.
your own in your fish smacking propositions.
Oh, when I said we, I have an army of fishermen at my aid.
So you're just gonna eat
So-
them?
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to join them if you want. You can become a fish merchant. You can just fill out an application. I'll smack Jalen, but I was personally talking about myself and my factions.
Yep, credits done. Yeah, so I say see you next time via chat, but you know, next time's gonna be like pre-recorded, so see you in 3 podcasts on the 6th one. So
Okay.
yeah, smoke.